this morning. All I need is a word. One word. All I need is a word. All I need is a word. Thank you, Father. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Be seated. At the end of the message, I'm going to ask us to pray the remaining 4 prayer points. But I need to let you know, the choir told us that there is blessing in the presence of God. I'd like you to know that many of us come to church for different reasons. Do you know that God does not want people, beautiful faces, to come to church on Sunday? God is not actually looking at your dress when you come to church on Sunday. God is not looking at your uniform when you come to church on Sunday. God is not looking at your hairstyle, your headgear, your shoe, your wristwatch when you come to church on Sunday. He said, come unto me, all ye that are laden and are heavily laden, those who are labor and heavily laden. He said, do you know what he said? He said, come and buy. If you are thirsty, come. If you are hungry, come. God is not looking for well-dressed people. He's looking for hungry people. He's looking for thirsty people. So somebody might be sitting beside you this morning who is not as thirsty as you are. If you are thirsty, what you need to do is to dive into the pool. There is an amount of thirst that you can have in your life that you need to use a cup. But when you have been thirsty for long, you don't need a cup. What you need is to dive. You dive. If you have been thirsty for long, it is no cup. There is a level of thirst you have that is just a tease, the cover of the bottle that will satisfy you. But man, when I'm thirsty, I drink a lot of water. And you can imagine me going on 40 days dry fasting and I don't taste anything. The first sight of water, I dive into it. That is why Psalm 44 says, Be aguniti mi elesi pado omi beni okomi mi elesi. You don't understand. A deer pant after water. Is there anybody in this place this morning who has a panting in his heart? I decree as a servant of God, your desire shall be satisfied. What is it that your heart is panting after God for? You come to church, but your heart is beating fast. Don't compare yourself with that sister pressing phone. Your case is different. Our case is different. You are here for different reasons. Some brothers are here to look for fine girls. You are not here to look for fine girl. You are here to look for fine God. Hey! How many people am I talking to that have a desire, that have a hunger? Something is beating your chest. You are checking your clock. January has gone, February has gone, March has gone, April has gone, May has gone, June, for your information, has gone. But you are here with a test. I announce that your test shall be satisfied. Be seated. Please be seated. So when we come to the presence of God, is an avenue. It's an avenue for God to satisfy our desire. One of the things that we have that is common to every one of us is that we have worries, we have concern, we have fears, we have doubts. Every one of us has it. Even the best of us have it. Even though I am a pastor, I have my fears, I have my concerns, I have my worries. The presence of God is where anxiety dissipates. And that is why this morning I'm going to be putting in your hand 3 weapons to combat, 3 weapons to defeat anxiety. 3 weapons. Then we pray. You see, it's Marabo Shataligede. Father, if you don't speak, I have no word. You told me not to be afraid of your face, and I'm not afraid of any face. I'm here to speak to mountains and challenges. I'm here to address closed doors. But this morning I received fresh unction that cannot be resisted. In the name of Jesus. Philippians chapter 4 and verse 5, given in King James. He said, rejoice in the Lord always. Thank God we have it in our head a little bit. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. Can I announce to you? Because he told me to announce to you. Do you know, it is not a crime for you to walk into Rejoice Arena with sorrow. It's not a crime for you to wake up on your bed with sorrow on a Sunday morning. And you get dressed with sorrow. You use your clothes to cover sorrow. You put makeup to make up for sorrow. You have grief in your heart, but makeup is standing. I don't know why I'm talking to you. It's not a wrong thing. It's not an error for you to get dressed on a Sunday morning. And you say you are going to a church, and they call the name of the church Rejoice Arena. You come with sorrow going to Rejoice Arena. But can I announce to you, it is forbidden for you to step out with that sorrow in your life. You did not hear me. You did not hear me. I said it is forbidden for you to go back. Look at your neighbor straight in his face this morning. Say, I forbid you from going back with the sorrow you came with. And I prophesy on somebody that is here. Because you are in Rejoice Arena, because you are in an arena where joy is compulsory. You didn't hear me. Because you are in an atmosphere where joy is mandatory, you are going back home rejoicing. It says rejoice in the Lord always. Again I say rejoice. It's compulsory. Can I hear somebody just rejoice? Can somebody just rejoice? Oh. Can somebody rejoice? Can somebody rejoice? You see, one thing I don't like about my young brothers here, don't mind me, I call myself old school, I'm old school, but I don't like this. Most of you men or young brothers in the church, you come to church from me on Friday night. When Nigeria scored the first goal, you shouted more than this. When they scored the second goal, you shouted more than this. When they missed that penalty, you were rejoicing. So how come I say rejoice in the house of God, and that is the best? Can you rejoice? Hallelujah! 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 Hear this. For somebody that just rejoice. Hear this. For somebody that don't rejoice. Before the second half of this year, you will have a reason to rejoice. Please be seated. Please be seated. It said rejoice in the Lord always. And I say rejoice. Verse 5. It said let your moderation. I'm using King James. It said let your King James. It said let your moderation, that is, let your balance be known to all men. The Lord is at hand. Go to verse 6. And it says in verse 6, it said be careful for nothing. In other words, be careful for nothing is two words matched together. No thing. Be careful now. In fact, the word careful here is translated in some other versions as anxious. He said be anxious for nothing. He said but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving let your requests be made known unto God. I like that. Verse 7, because I have to be very fast. Verse 7, he said, and the peace of God which passeth all understanding shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Now listen to me. When the Bible says, let your moderation be fast, because I have a lot to say, but I want us to pray as well. It says, let your moderation. The word moderation teaches us that we must have a balance in our life. Have a balance. It teaches us that we don't get polarized in our focus. By focusing so much on one side of our life, on one aspect of our life, at the detriment of the other aspects. I'm telling somebody this morning that you don't get focused on one area of your life and neglect other areas of your life. Moderation says be balanced. Don't be shifted towards one side too much. Let there be a balance in your thinking. A balance in your thinking. Sometimes you need to tell yourself, and I will ask you to do that. Sometimes you need to tell yourself that just because I have trouble in one area of my life does not mean I have trouble in every area of my life. I need you to tell yourself, say, just because I have trouble in one area of my life does not mean that I have trouble in every area of my life. Now see, you need to get to tell yourself that every time, because what the devil wants is for you to conclude and say, because I have trouble in one area of my life, every other area is not working. The devil wants you to believe that all hell has broken loose in your life just because some hell broke loose. Some does not mean all. Sometimes you need to get to the point of telling yourself that something might be wrong, but not all things are wrong. Can you tell yourself, say, something might be wrong, but not all things are wrong? Can I tell you, you may have problem with your marriage. You must be able to tell yourself, though I have problem, my marriage is not in best shape, but I have great kids. I have children that give me joy, that I don't carry everywhere. Children that don't give me trouble. Although my husband is not always available, although my wife is not good, but I have children to Fimilo Kombale. Why are you focused on one area of your life and neglect every other area where things are happening? Anxiety will make you focus on one area at the detriment of the other. That's what the devil wants you to. He wants you to be thinking like that. He wants you to submit that everything is not right. Something might not be right, but not everything is all right. I might not have built my house this year like I planned, but thank God I have a place I'm staying. I might not have finished it. You know, some of you are living in a house that you have not completed. I might not have finished it. It does not mean that something is wrong with me. Nothing is wrong with me. I have a place to stay. I might not be able to buy a car, but I have money to pay for a car. For those who were here on Thursday, this is the same thing I said. You may not have a car, but you pay for taxi. See, our God is a balanced God. You need to have a balanced mindset. You must get to a point where you shut up the devil by telling the devil that I'm focused on the right thing. He said, let your moderation be known to all. Number 2, he now said, be careful for nothing. That word careful is also translated in some other translation as being anxious. Being anxious for nothing. Many of the time we are focused on the wrong thing. That's why we don't give thanks. If you see a blind man will say, thank God I don't have eye, but my ears are good. Have you ever seen a blind man before thanking God for his ears? Having eyes does not mean you are okay. You can just have it like globe. Not everybody that browse gets information. Using all of your data on Facebook does not make you see any face. Yes, you just be looking and looking, and at the end of the day you get sorrowful. But when you come, Bible say be anxious. Now see, the word anxious also means to be careful. In other words, to fill your mind with so much care, to be full of care. Now this is not just any other care. It is not a good care. Anxiety is a wrong kind of care. It's the wrong kind of worry, because anxiety is not worrying about what has happened. It is worrying about what may happen. Anxiety, please, are you writing? Because I don't have. Anxiety is not worrying about what has happened. is worrying about what could, should, may, might, would eventually happen, and most of the time you are wrong. So the devil has a tactics, and that tactics is for you to fill your heart with care for things that may never happen. You begin to worry about possibilities, about probability. Anxiety is worrying about focusing on the threat the enemy has posed to you. He posed some threats to you, or what has not happened yet. He told you, I'm going to kill you. You are going to die. Before you become 40, you are going to die, and you are worried. Your mind is filled about the possibility of dying before you are 40. That is anxiety. All of us have some demons to fight, but that one, some of us have made mistakes in the past. That one is just regret when you reflect on them. But anxiety is what takes place after you have overcome the error of your past, and is depriving you of entering into your future. Let me let you know that is how the enemy works. He likes to fill your mind with care about what has not happened, so that you don't enjoy your present. And at the end of the day, you still lose what you are focusing on. So he gets you for one. Many of us here are worried sick about things that may never happen at all. In the reality, the enemy does not have the power. Your enemy, please note it, your enemy does not have the power to do those things he's posing to you as if he has power to do. The enemy does not have the power to do to you those things he's boasting that he's going to do to you. If he had the power, he would have done it long before now. But what he wants to do is to recruit you to do to yourself what he cannot do to you. There is no way you have ever seen in the world where you see Satan coming to stab people or put rope on their neck. What he does is to feed their mind with junks about their today that tomorrow become bleak, and then they hang themselves. The devil wants to fill your mind with so much junk that you will shut down your life with your own hand for the fear of what you don't know, which is called the fear of the unknown. You want to fill your mind with the errors of the past and the possibility that you are going to fail. Tap your neighbor and say, you are not going to fail. Say it prophetically. Say, you are not going to fail. That is what anxiety does. And amazingly, that is the strategy that is being used in terrorism. Terrorism is to fill your mind with fear. Terrorism is not actually about those who were killed. Terrorism is about those who are left behind. When America was struck in September 11, it was very funny. A lot of people lost their life, but it was not a war against those who died. It was to create panic in those who are left. Don't go to work. That information was enough to create panic and say, stray bullet. Let me go back home and sleep. That is what the devil wants to do. That he killed one person here, and every other person is afraid that they will not die the same way. I don't know what killed your father or your mother or your grandfather, but let me announce to you, you will not die like that. I'm not talking to everybody. I'm just talking to somebody. I don't know how they died. Maybe they died at a certain age, or they died because of one sickness or the other. Somebody, the Lord asked me to tell you that you will not die like they died. Anxiety, that's what the anxiety does. That's what the devil is doing. It's a theory that has been in long existence. It said, be anxious for nothing. Don't worry over a thing to the point that you lose your peace over it. Don't get yourself focused on a thing until you lose your peace. If it is a thing, it can change. If it is a thing, then it can change. If it is a thing, it can change. Let me let you know that the devil will do anything to make you lose your peace. In the morning, you may get to your car and your car does not start, or it has a flat tire, and then you lose your peace. How many of us have ever experienced that? You get dressed in the morning and you want to go to work, and you get to your car, Yeah, you want to come to church, church on Sunday, and Pastor Shegun will matter be mommy or Mopa is going to ask you to stand up, and you are already awake late. Then you get to your car and it has a flat tire. There is no vulcanizer around, and you begin to kick the car. You kick the car. You kick the car, and your peace is lost. You are at war. You are dictated in you. Excuse me. The devil is not after your car. He's after you. The devil does not drive a car. He does want to use your car to get to you. Excuse me. He wants to use your car to get your attention. The devil is not after your child. He's after you. Because you care so much about your child. So when your child falls sick, he knows he will get you to lose your peace. So he will use your child against you having peace. The devil is not against your promotion. What does the devil want to do with your promotion? But he knows that you care about your promotion so much. He wants to use your promotion against you. But I'm speaking to somebody here. Whatever the devil has been using against you, the time is off now. The devil does not drive car. It is about your peace. Anxiety is when you get worried, sick about the future. Now let me quickly be fast. God gave us 3 weapons for which we can fight anxiety. But one weapon is prayer. See, many of us complain, we talk, we dance, we sing, but we don't pray. But Bible says, if my people who are called by my name, we humble themselves and sing. We humble themselves and play keyboard. We humble themselves and complain. No, we humble themselves and pray. You have been doing everything, but you are not praying. And that's why anxiety is holding you down. You are doing everything, but you are not praying. Let me let you know, you have let the first thing first. Can you rise up and pray for once and stop talking? And stop browsing. Stop looking for recipe that nobody has practiced, but theory that nobody has done, and they put it on Facebook and said 10 ways to have joy, 5 ways to be happy always. The person that wrote it committed suicide, and you think it will work for you. Stop it and stop praying. It says, the house of my father shall be called the house of prayer. I have wondered why prayer does not bring people to church again. Because they have alternative. Prayer is supposed to invite you to church. If prayer does not bring you to church, word of God does not bring you to church, what will bring you? Girl. And let me let you know, many people who didn't go to God when they were healthy eventually will start looking for God when they are in trouble. If you need to go to Rioke and see cars parked, and the person in the vehicle was carried on stretcher so that he can seek God, then you ask him, what did he do when he had the power and the strength to seek God? Remember the Lord your God in the days of your youth. I am against those youths who don't know God. You are playing with your destiny. Fine girl does not rule world, though. Fine boy does not make anything. So many fine boy, fine girl in the grave turning to maggots before their time, too new. Not because of their time. Number 2, supplication. Supplication is the place where you submit, where you come to tell God that I am in need, but I have no way to handle it by myself. In prayer, you just tell him about your mind and everything, but in supplication, you submit. You come to a place of begging and say, I can't handle this by myself. I'm in this mess, but my brain cannot get me out of it. How many of you have ever gotten into a mess where you know that you cannot come out of it by yourself except it comes up? Maybe God will allow you to get deep in that mess so that you can find your way to him. Maybe. Supplication is when you get to the point and say, I know you care about me. I know you love me, but I've come to a point where I can't handle it by myself. It's a place where you have to tell the devil. It's a place where you get to tell yourself and tell God and say, Lord, I am surrendering my plan. I'm surrendering my thoughts. I'm embracing your strategy. Because when you embrace his strategy, God's got a strategy, a wisdom to take you out of that mess that you don't know. It's a place where you say, this battle that I'm in does not belong to me. Father, take over this battle. Supplication is a place where you humble yourself that God can take himself up. Supplication is a place of surrendering, of humility. The last one which I want to tell you is thankfulness. Thankfulness. All of these three are weapons to overcome the devil. But you know, amazing thing, all of them involve you speaking up, opening your mouth to say something. Thankfulness is your weapon to overcome the devil. When the devil brings the threat, it brings you, it makes your heart panic over it. Then you have to go back into your archive and begin to count your blessing, name them one by one. Count your blessing. The devil will never want you to count your blessing because he knows it's an antidote against anxiety. When the devil wants you to panic about the future, remind him about your past. Tell him about your past. Tell him that this case is not the worst case. I don't know who I'm talking to. What you are going through is not the worst that has ever happened to you. Oh, what you are going through is not the worst that could have happened. You have gone through worst case and you didn't die. There is a God that saved you. You are not hearing me. I said there was a God that saved you when you were driving at night. When you were driving, that time when you didn't know God, there was a God that saved you. The devil should not come and tell you now that you will not come out of this. When you know there is a God that saved you, then way back then, when the devil remind you that you will not make it, let him know that you already made it.